What up, everybody? I am back once again with another video game review. This is my third video game review of 2021. Let alone this is my first time reviewing one game one week and then another game the next week. This is my first time doing that. What a new experience. I mean, reviewing one game one week and then another one the next week. The reason why I'm wearing my Simpsons shirt is because today is March 4th, 2021. Today is the actual 30-year anniversary of the game that I'm reviewing. That's one of my all-time favorite arcade games, the Simpsons Arcade. What a 30-year anniversary we have this year. So today is the 30th anniversary of the Simpsons Arcade. Then tomorrow, March 5th, is the 30th anniversary of Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs' debut album, Life of a Kid in the Ghetto, which I have in my CD collection. I can't believe it, 30 years of the Simpsons Arcade. You know what? I'm going to give my thoughts about this game at the end, but let's get right to my review of the Simpsons Arcade in honor of its 30th anniversary week. The plots. The Simpsons were walking downtown Springfield until Homer runs into Mr. Smithers, who was robbing a jewelry store. Maggie sees a blue diamond flying in the air. She removes her pacifier and caught the blue jewel in her mouth. Mr. Smithers kidnaps Maggie and is up to Homer, Marge, Bart, and Lisa to go through all these levels to save Maggie. Gameplay. The Simpsons Arcade is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that allows players to join in any time. Control consists of an 8-way joystick and 2 buttons to jump and attack. The characters have distinctive attack styles. For example, Homer only punches and kicks, Marge swings a vacuum cleaner, Bart wheels his skateboard, and Lisa attacks with a jump rope. 2 characters standing close to each other can mount a combined attack, such as Homer and Marge holding each other's ankles to roll around the screen and mow down enemies, or Bart and Lisa screaming to scare the enemies away. Two mini games played between stages require players to hit the buttons as quickly as possible, with computer-controlled enemies replacing any characters not in play. The positive about the Simpsons Arcade game. This game is similar to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the X-Men arcade game. I call this the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version of I call the Simpsons Arcade game the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game version. Just like the X-Men arcade and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, it has similar graphics, similar controls, similar gameplay, and similar storyline, and similar multiplayer. My negative about the Simpsons Arcade is that nearly 21 years after the game was released, they finally put it out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 in February 2012 on the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live Arcade. That's the good news. But the bad news is Konami fucked up and they lost the license to it. It was removed from the PlayStation Network in 2013 and the Xbox Live Arcade in 2014. So if you downloaded the Simpsons Arcade on the Xbox 360 or the PS3 on the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Arcade, you can no longer play the Simpsons Arcade. So I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you on how you can play the Simpsons Arcade now. Only advice I can give you is that you can find an emulator and play the Simpsons Arcade. Because I know the arcade machines on eBay are so damn expensive. They're like $3,000 or something like that. I wouldn't recommend going to eBay and buying the arcade machine, especially if they're way too expensive. But that's still messed up that they removed the Simpsons Arcade for the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live Arcade. That was the only way that we could play the Simpsons Arcade for those that don't have the arcade machine. Because if you own the arcade machine, you know you have to put in 25 cents in order to play the Simpsons Arcade. Oh, man. The Simpsons Arcade was released on this day, March 4th, 1991, and it was released in Japan on August 11th, 1991. The same day, Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy premiered on Nickelodeon. So, looking back, the Simpsons Arcade 30 years later, I can't believe that it's been 30 years since the game came out. Even though I was 105 and 106 days away from being born. But I'm happy to relive this game 30 years later. And mind you, this is the first ever Simpsons video game, the Simpsons Arcade. To me, it is obviously the best Simpsons game ever. Although I like some of the other games that came after the Simpsons Arcade, like the Simpsons Hit and Run and the Simpsons Road Rage, and the Simpsons game based on the movie. But the Simpsons Arcade will forever be the best Simpsons game ever. It's hard to believe that it's been 30 years since the game came out. Can you believe that? 30 freaking years since the Simpsons Arcade game came out. I wish it was still on the PlayStation Network so me and 3 other people can play. But the only way I can relive gameplays of the Simpsons Arcade is just to, I can still watch Let's Plays of the Simpsons Arcade. 4 players playing as Homer, Marge, Bart, and Lisa, going through all these levels to save Maggie from Mr. Burns and Mr. Smithers. But that is my review of the Simpsons Arcade game. I definitely have to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's hands down the best Simpsons video game ever. In the next 3 weeks, I can't wait to review this game. Coming in the next 3 weeks, coming Friday, March 26th, Def Jam Vendetta. I know some people are saying that I should review Def Jam Fight for New York, but not until I review Def Jam Vendetta. I can't wait to review Def Jam Vendetta, coming Friday, March 26th. Let me know, what are your thoughts about the Simpsons Arcade looking back on it 30 years later? Thank y'all for watching. Have yourselves a good night. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Please wear a face mask while going out in public. And stay 6 feet away from people.